Hey guys, I'm the Reverend from the Reverend Radio Show. I'm here at the Rev Cave, hanging out with Kyle from Death Perception. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Not bad, thanks. All considering
Yeah.
COVID kind of coming to an end finally.
Fingers crossed. Looks
Yeah,
like we're,
right. That's what we're hoping.
on
Yeah.
that finish line.
How's things going with Death Perception?
Pretty busy.
Yeah?
We're pretty excited. There's a lot of
Yeah, I
things
can
coming up.
see that. Yeah. But well, first off, before we get too into what you guys are doing, thank you for having me on this. I've interviewed you guys, though not you
Nope.
personally.
I was not able to be a part of the last interview. But,
Yeah.
here we are now, making up for last time.
Yeah, and you guys have been hard at work during this the COVID lockdowns.
Yes.
The quarantines, I guess. I put out this really great album, Ashes.
Yes.
Why that title first off?
The album deals a lot with loss. I mean, we have a song called Ashes to Mourn.
Yeah, I really like that song too, actually.
It's a movie track. And that kind of deals with the loss of our guitar player Dana's good friend.
Oh,
who,
really?
committed suicide.
Oh, I didn't know
So there's
that.
a lot of dark,
Yeah.
tones in the album. There's a song kind of about my dad passing away.
Oh, really?
And that's Final Breath. So overall,
It's been a rough experience.
yeah, I think Ashes seems to kind of summarize a lot of the different
Yeah.
tones in the album.
And was all this recorded during the pandemic?
Yes, so
Yeah.
we started January 2020, I believe.
So were all your parts recorded separately?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that affected the sound on the album at all?
If anything, it's made it better.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh yeah, because everyone had a chance to actually lock in their parts and
Yeah.
really hone in on their individual
Yeah.
tasks.
And in my opinion, I've I've known you guys for many years, played many of your albums on on the Reverend Radio Show over the years. I think this is your best album yet.
Well, thank you very much.
You guys have kind of found your sound and made your groove in there.
Yeah. Definitely.
What were some of the unforeseen challenges recording an album during this COVID lockdowns?
Not being able to get together quite the way we thought we would.
Yeah.
I've always envisioned albums being like a kind of a band experience.
Yeah,
where
right.
everyone kind of hangs out. Does
You know
their
what? My
thing.
dad just recently found out bands don't get together all in a room and like play everything. A lot of people still think that's how you make music,
No.
but not for like my dad. My dad was born in the '60s, and that's when they started doing the track by track thing. And it amazes me that a lot of people still think it's everybody in a room at once.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I heard Slipknot recorded their first album, something like that, but I don't think any bands really do it anymore like that. Have you ever done it like that?
So actually, our first album
Yeah.
was off the floor recording.
Yeah.
And we literally were all crammed in a room.
Oh,
playing
really?
Together, headphones on. We were,
Okay, yeah.
but it was all kind of one take.
Oh, really? That's
And,
pretty cool.
The only thing about that was I got to go in afterwards and have one go at doing the vocals for
Oh,
the album.
like overdubs and stuff.
No.
No?
I had one chance to go through our first album. So when you listen to that first album, that was literally one.
Oh, I see. So the band like played everything one take, and then you came
But
over and one other take.
It was as close to like a live performance almost as you can get.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
Yeah.
like,
And actually, my friends in a bigger band, Sumo Psycho,
okay, yeah.
they like to put out these albums, kind of EPs in between their LPs, where they're like live off the floor kind of thing.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if
Yeah.
you got the ability to just get your tracks out to people,
Yeah.
it depends on what your level of expectation is.
Yeah,
You're just
true,
trying to
yeah.
get some new sounds out to your audience.
I think for some bands, they want to kind of convey that live sound.
Yes.
You know?
The raw. kind
Yeah,
of like,
exactly.
This is what you could expect.
Yeah, a little above a demo, but not quite a
That's
full
right.
live album kind of thing.
The one thing I will say I'm very happy about with our album here is
Yeah.
We didn't lose that live band feeling.
Yeah.
I don't like listening to bands. I mean, I'll listen to it, but I prefer to listen to bands that sound very much like their record. I don't want
Yeah,
somebody who's like
exactly.
hiding behind studio tricks.
Yeah. I
Oh.
totally agree. Like, I can't think of a band in particular that is like that's so different from their in studio sound.
Yeah.
But a band like Nine Inch Nails, I don't know if you've ever seen them live.
I've not got to see them live.
Oh man, the parts that they want to sound, some of their songs they change up a little to do it live.
Yep.
And those differ because they want it to be different from the album.
Mhm.
Whereas the parts that they want to sound like the album sound spot on.
Definitely.
Like and that's what I like. I connect when I listen to a Death Perception album. I connect with a certain sound. So when I see you live, I want that sound there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's the same way we feel, and I really am impressed by Steve Haynes' ability at the Poseidon Recordings to be able to actually.
Yeah, did he produce this?
He did. He did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Now again, coming into COVID, right? So this is where COVID kind of affects some of the procedures and processes.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't nearly get to spend the same amount of time that we feel like we might have got to spend if COVID wasn't an issue.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's got a young daughter at home, so like, he can't be having people.
So he had his like not emergencies, but
his own life.
Yeah, exactly.
So like it was just kind of that slight feeling of being removed because of the pandemic. Nobody knows how to move forward.
Yeah,
and then when you do, you're trying to just keep it all as minimal bodies as possible.
Yeah.
So I would say probably the weirdest thing about it would be feeling like not getting the band recording vibe that I had thought that would go into it, and it being very much individual. Like, yes, you do your parts individually, but even the whole recording process,
it's kind of a team effort.
Yeah, very few of us could actually be there to support the other members in the band while they were doing their parts.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
You know.
So how does that go for like drums and stuff? Your drummer just had to set up in his living room or whatever?
So we still tracked at Steve's house.
Oh, okay.
So he's got a nice setup in his basement. And you can record everything down there. But, you know, again, lack of bodies. So at the very beginning, it was January. So we could all actually go in and we all watched Nathan's drum sessions. But shortly after that, the pandemic really started taking off.
Yeah.
And that's when lockdowns really kicked in a little more strong. And it was like, you guys can't be coming in 5 people at a time.
Oh, right, yeah.
So it's like, if one person shows up, we can wing it.
Yeah.
You know, but there was no group dynamics.
Yeah. So is there anything as a result of that you guys did differently that you liked more than how you would have done it pre-COVID years?
I don't know if there's much that we would have done differently as opposed to just getting to spend more hands-on time.
Yeah.
You know, at the studio, hearing the parts. So I would say, if anything, it would have trimmed down some of the like back and forth and messages and stuff like that. You can sit in the room with somebody like that sound. Oh no, that's not the one. That's what we want. When you're trying to express all that through text messages.
Yeah, it doesn't always get the.
You know, at 0 seconds.
Especially musicians tend to have this kind of funny way of describing. It's like a. You know, the way the adjectives, I guess, that they use to describe the sound that they're looking for.
Definitely.
And they're like, you know, your guitar player is like, I want it to crunch, and then the vocalist is like, yeah, I thought that is a crunch, you know, but it's their own definitions of.
Definitely.
And so over text message, you don't really. It's hard to convey what exactly you mean.
And I mean, Steve, you know, did a killer job, and again, nobody knows what to expect when it comes to things like these pandemics.
Yeah.
It's not something any of us have had to experience, so we don't really know. We're just winging it, and again, we're happy with the results we got. At the end of the day, we have a killer sounding album. You know, we've worked our butts off for it. We know that Steve did his part to, you know, help us sound as good as we could sound. Yeah. So that's all we can.
And has he worked with you guys on all your albums?
No. To be honest, he reached out from. I mean, so Steve, for anyone who doesn't know, is also the sound engineer at Club Absinthe.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so he's worked with us countless times.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime we play the Absinthe.
I work. Exactly.
So he's worked with us not in recording. Quite a few times, and he's actually reached out to us a handful of times in the past.
And he was like, "I want to do this. I
want to record when you're ready. Hit me up." But you know, given his talents and you know his accomplishments, it you know. Takes a few dollars to be able to work with someone like himself. So it took us a little bit of time to kind of get the money geared up where we could take on someone like Steve more seriously and pay him what he's worth.
I see.
So it took some time, but we got it
so
done.
Looking back on the whole recording process and everything you know involved in this album, are you glad it happened during COVID, or do you wish you had been able to do it out of COVID?
I don't think anyone wishes anything could have happened during COVID. You know, like I don't think anyone would prefer it. You know, I can't say that. Some people may enjoy more solitude and having more time to focus on this and that. We were right in the thick of being the busiest we had been.
Oh, really?
We had just come back from Cuba.
In 2019.
October 2019, we had come back from our second show in Cuba.
And
it was only a couple months later where all of a sudden this pandemic talk is becoming a thing. Shows are dwindling down.
Just in time.
We're just about wrapping up our, you know, demoing of the record so we can go into recording. And so, like, you know, it might have been a weird point just going into recording. Some people kind of take a bit of a pause from doing their live shows. I think we were already going to be focused on the album. And playing.
So it kind of fit into your schedule. Almost.
We made it work. We didn't have a choice. But we made the best of the situation that we had.
I'm glad it happened this way because, you know, like I said, this is my favorite album, you guys. I hope in another year or two we have another pandemic, so Death Perception can put out another album that's good. If that's what it takes, I'm fine.
Yeah, I like your style.
What's the cover, by the way? I love the picture, but what's the thought process behind how it relates to your music?
So again, you know, touching on the whole Ashes thing and just the overwhelming sense of loss that a lot of these songs kind of do touch into. We were just looking through different images, different artists, and when we stumbled across that, right away, it was just kind of all the different photos, all the different images that we kind of looked through. As soon as we saw that, and that's not even the final version. That's not the original how it was. We actually did get in contact with the artist and get it tweaked in a couple small changes to kind of personalize it for us. But we definitely feel like, you know, even in Final Breath, some of the lyrics on that were talking about how his ashes will feed the trees.
I see,
and then here's this figure. We didn't necessarily, yes, it's a very womanly looking figure.
But it's androgynous.
We didn't want it to necessarily be a man or a woman, just a figure.
Yeah.
Who's...
you know, I perceived it, like you said, as a woman, but that's totally me filling it in.
Exactly. There's nobody actually says that that's what it is, but your brain may lead you one way or another, and that's cool. It's up to the, up to the viewer who wants to interpret the image in their way.
Yeah.
But for us, we just felt like it definitely touches on a lot of lyrical points without needing to be too obvious, so to speak.
I see.
And we enjoy the imagery. Another thing too, there's countless bands who have cut and dry, like it's almost like the same art.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knock anyone. Let them do what they do if that's what works for your band. We just felt this would be...
But you know, you can walk down a CD store and cover to cover, it's the same thing.
Really.
Yeah.
And again, not knocking anyone, we just didn't want to fall in line with that.
Yeah.
So we personally saw that and we thought it was a good image to get behind.
Yeah. So the picture already existed. It's not like something you commissioned yet. Or in yeah.
It
like I said, tweaked a little bit.
There's just certain elements that when we saw the original, we're like, this works, but
you want to change
let's get some hands, let's get this and that, let's put an urn there.
Yeah. Who's the artist who did it?
I'm not exactly sure.
No? Well, they can edit that in after.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll pop it up on the screen there. I'm just not too sure the gentleman's name.
Yeah. Is it easy for you guys to pick an album cover?
To do? No.
No?
I mean, we're a 5-piece band, and we all have opinions, and we all have different things that motivate us and influence us, so... You know, finding something that all 5 of us really agree on and vote on, it's got to be something special. Yeah.
So was this when you saw this image, was it kind of unanimous?
Yeah, for the most part. I think that once
everyone felt that fit the music.
When we finally came across that, and again, we'd probably looked at 75 to 100 other images. Like we, you know, each person coming in every so often. Here, I got these handful of images. What do you think of this?
See,
And sometimes we'll say, okay, what about this? But let's tweak certain elements of it. I like the idea of this one, but let's hone in on. You know,
do you guys tend to agree on other decisions easily, or is there inner turmoil in the band?
You know, it just depends what it is.
Yeah.
Again, everyone's passionate, so none of it's like a negative thing. It's, if anything, it's because everyone wants their
to be the
voices
best
heard. Everyone wants the best outcome. So, you know,
what they think is the best, it may not line up with what you think is the best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, it all comes from a good place. It all comes from just wanting the best results. So nobody's doing it maliciously. You know, you can laugh that somebody says no or whatever to an idea. But you know that where they're coming from and why they're saying it. And they're also not just saying no.
They don't mean it maliciously.
Well, they're also not just going to say no to say no. They say no. Here's why. And here's the alternative idea.
Because they also want, like you said, the best product to come out in the end.
Nobody's just trying to put a fork in the road and stop our progress. Right?
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
that's not a thing.
Yeah. So some bands have like a dictator-like figure, you know, a band leader, I guess. Is there someone like that in Death Perception?
Anyone who's been in the camp would probably know that Nathan Frazier has kind of just been the guy that he's the wheels of the machine.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a day where he's not progressing the band in some way. And I tell you, if everything in the DP camp is done and that's all the progress he can make that day, he's going to fucking find something else to do. He's going to spend 12 hours recording some other song.
Yeah.
Just
and he's got multiple other bands. We had to do this now because he's leaving after this to go another band practice. Whole album, like I said, is great. I particularly like this last song we've been talking about, Ashes to Mourn. Not only because it's great, but it ends the album on a really different kind of musical direction for you guys.
Yeah.
It's much more melodic. Who wrote that song?
So that was Dana's song.
Yeah. And you know what? What was that other band that Dana had too?
So Dana,
the 2-person band.
So it was mostly a solo project. She did incorporate a drummer to come and play shows with her.
What was that band
called? That was Mitochondria.
Yeah, and this song, especially that beginning guitar part, reminded me a lot of that kind of material.
From her other work.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I'm not exactly sure how long the song's been around in her mind.
And I suspected right from the beginning that she wrote the song.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't have a booklet or anything to go off of. Just like I said, it sounded a lot like Mitochondria, who I also played on the Reverend radio show. In fact, I think that's how I found Mitochondria first, and then through that I met Dana, and then through she introduced me to her. What to me was her other band, but really Mitochondria is kind of her other band. Yeah.
It's crazy how it all works out.
Yeah, I know, right?
So, and we're talking about writing and talking about people's willingness to accept things or whatever.
Yeah.
People need to understand, even a song like something like Ashes to Morn, which even on Spotify I can see is probably looks like, we don't have official numbers, but I think it's the top of the popular song right now.
Oh, really?
So it's probably the one that's getting the most plays.
Yeah.
And we didn't promote it. So people stumbling across that, and people keep finding it and wanting to play it again. Yeah,
exactly.
So
and you know what? I'm off the air right now, but when that's the song that I'll be blasting on over the airwaves. Yeah.
And so that's a great example of having to be willing to work with your bandmates. Dana presented a pretty good song.
Yeah.
But
like I said, it's very different for Depth Perception.
So here's an interesting take on this. So Nathan heard the song and thought, "Fuck, I love this song. It sounds great."
Yeah.
But it's not long enough.
Oh, really?
Nathan's like, I think there should be more of this song.
Yeah.
And so if you actually had heard, some of the original cuts, the original demo versions of the song, it's actually been extended and added up and bulked up a little bit more.
Oh, that's cool.
And in the long run, I think has actually developed the song into being a more stronger song.
Yeah, definitely.
Giving it more body the whole way through.
Yeah.
But it's interesting when you hear, and the problem too is that is a very deep topic to Dana.
Yeah.
So naturally, if anyone's going to come in and say, "Hey, I think we should make this song a little bit different," or "I hear it this way, you hear it this way," that was a very touchy.
Should be her.
It was a very touchy subject for her.
It's very personal.
Oh, exactly, 100%. And so it took a little bit of back and forth.
Yeah.
Because why do we change this? This is how I hear it. And Dana ended up being willing to embrace the new ideas.
Yeah.
And look how the song turned
out. Like you said, you guys respected kind of the topic of her idea for that song, so you didn't want to piss all over it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't just shitting on
change the meaning of it completely.
We want to give it its due.
Yeah.
We think this could be even better than you brought it in.
You guys got to give me an edited version of that song, though.
We'll send it to you.
That outro will get me banned from radio forever.
And even that little piece there.
Yeah.
So we have a serious album.
So very out of place for the rest of that song. I didn't even think of that.
There's part of me that I don't want people to not be able to fucking have a laugh with us. We take ourselves seriously, but at the same time, we're also just human beings. We like having a laugh. So it's like at the very end of it's the most serious song.
Yeah. There's a little joke.
There's still a little something in there to be like, let's fucking do that, really?
Totally ruin the song. I can actually ask this question now, and because I normally can't when I'm on the radio. Are there other outlets in this area for metal bands like Depth Perception?
What do you mean outlets?
Like radio shows, YouTube guys, journalists, any? Because you guys are doing like an interview a week, basically.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
We spent almost all of last week hanging out on a channel called Local Band Smokeout.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a cool cat from California.
Yeah.
He actually reviewed our song Doomsday about 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And his whole shtick is just taking a bunch of bong rips and pipes
and
just smoking out the whole time. And as soon as the song's done, he coughs his brains out. He's like, okay, I give that a... And so he's, had his channel going. And he's been giving us a lot of love. And it's a great place to have different bands be showcased. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've yet to come across anyone sort of in our region doing a similar type thing. They may exist.
Oh, well, I'll send you guys some of my friends.
That'd be great because we just don't know who they are yet.
Yeah,
so we'd love to work with somebody and check them out.
And I got even you're from the Hamilton, Ontario area. That's where my show is based out of. So I got a few connections in that area. I'll gladly send your way.
100%. Yeah. It's cool having these people from other parts of the world.
Yeah.
And we respect them, but it would not.
But here's the thing is, by people promoting you in the area where you're from, it translates directly into your money.
Exactly.
Because the guy in California, no offense to him, his listeners and fans aren't probably going to come and see you in Ontario playing at the Doors pub or the Absinthe. Yeah.
You're 100% right.
Yeah, right? So you need that local promotion that hits home with the fans here.
That's right.
Yeah. Who else have you guys done? Who do you have planned to do? Do you have any?
So we visited, was it Christy Hales from Upper Space out in Niagara Falls?
Oh, yeah.
Trying to think right now. We did the Stronger Than Ever.
I never heard of that one.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
They focus more on like the punk community.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's funny. So Nathan and this gentleman Crash, who was going to be interviewing us.
Yeah.
We had just set up, okay, let's meet at Gage Park at the band show. We'll see you at 2 p.m. whatever. So we get there. Isn't Nathan and this gentleman Crash both wearing green camo shorts and a Brujeria top?
Oh, really?
The same one. Totally fucking unscripted.
You know what? If that was two chicks, the one would have to go home to change. But instead, when metal guys do it, we see like our shirt. It's like, yeah, brother.
That's right.
You know? Yeah. Look, I'll buy you a drink later. Yeah. So here we are, like we said earlier, hopefully ending this COVID nonsense, hopefully winding down. Even live music is coming back.
Hell yeah.
In fact, you guys have an out-of-province show coming up in Manitoba. You guys are playing Fusion Fest.
Yeah, it's going to be our first time getting to leave Ontario and stay in Canada.
Okay, yeah.
We've left twice to go play in Cuba.
Yeah,
but...
and you guys won, what was that battle to go play Cuba? Brutal Battle Cuba?
No, so both the Cuba shows, they were just set up through friends in Cuba.
Oh,
we didn't
really?
win any contests. We didn't.
Oh, really?
No, we just.
You guys just have fans in Cuba, and they were like, "Hey, come play with us."
We'll go with that one.
Yeah. How does it happen?
So Nathan actually was lucky enough to be on vacation with his wife.
Oh, okay.
And again, through the power of metal shirts.
Yeah.
Saw another gentleman wearing a metal shirt, and they started talking. Well, it turns out that he was in a band who plays the Resorts.
Oh, wow.
So they play a lot of like rock and roll covers to get
the kind of socially acceptable music.
Yeah.
Not that the death metal isn't socially
but I mean,
acceptable.
So like Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
And, Audio Slave.
The music people like.
At least on the Resorts.
Yeah, right?
But, he ended up saying, hey, why don't you guys bring your band down?
Oh, yeah.
And I'll get you on a show.
Oh, wow.
And he wasn't fucking kidding. He went down there.
So he must have been into that kind of music.
100%. So he was the singer from the band Claim.
Oh, yeah.
Down in Cuba.
Oh, cool. I'm going to have to check those guys out.
It's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
You honestly get a good vibe from them. And so he set us up with a big gig. It was actually the HG Metal Festival.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
I knew you guys played some big event over there.
It's an outdoor venue.
And I saw a video. You guys threw a t-shirt or something in the crowd and it just got like shredded.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Man, it was fucking insane. Like, I've never been any part of something like that.
Yeah.
So to leave our little like Doors pub and Absinthe shows to go down to Cuba and have that.
And yeah, exactly. To leave to... You guys are just doing like your hometown and area, and you skipped the rest of North America and went right to Cuba. And it doesn't work like that for most bands.
No. And so the next one here, so that was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Looking forward, in 2 weeks we have the Fusion Fest. In Manitoba.
Yeah.
It'll be on Grand Beach.
Yeah, I don't know any of these or all these bands, but the bands I do know are it's a badass lineup.
Fuck, Votov's on there.
Yeah, I was gonna see those are my boys, Votov. Yeah. And is that a camping show?
It's a campground. I think it's held at Hilltop Resorts.
Oh, okay.
Big, huge stage, big interactive. Like there's lots of games, lots of different things going on. It's not just a camping thing.
Oh, okay.
They're actually having a destruction derby going on.
Oh, nice.
So there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, I've always wanted to have an event like that. Where there's more to do than just the bands and stuff. Yeah. Do you guys have any other shows planned, or are you just going to wait till see how that one goes first?
So it's a little tricky. We don't want to go and play too many shows. So back in what was it, March, somewhere around there, we signed with Wormhole Death Records.
Oh, okay.
And so now at this point, especially with COVID, it's kind of one of the small little details with COVID again.
Yeah.
Where we're just waiting to get our discs in hand.
Oh, right. Your physical copies
we want to go play shows, but obviously the next thing up would be a CD release party.
Yeah, true.
That's our goal right now is to have a nice big CD release party, at least locally. But we don't want to do that without CDs to release.
Yeah, right. So and what? I'm not going to say who it is because I'm about to mad call out this band. I had a band not only come on my show to announce their CD release with no CDs, their CD release 2 or 3 days later, they still didn't have those CDs. And within a month, the band was broken up. And it was, you know, that was just the start of their downhill, was not getting CDs for their CD release. You know, that's the one fucking thing you need for a CD release party.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, as much as, you know, it's kind of a bummer because you want people to spend the money and support your music. Right? So it'd be nice to go to Winnipeg, have these CDs with us, and actually sell copies at the desk. At this point, it's support.
Yeah,
I would love it if a handful of people prior to us coming out watched our Spotify or, you know, checked us out on Spotify.
Or you know what? I don't know. I've been getting bands who give me USB keys with music.
A little something.
Huh? Yeah, exactly.
So that may be something that we do just to get
some
content in people's hands.
Yeah.
Because you can do other stuff with that too. You get the pictures up, you can do all kinds of stuff with it, right?
Yeah.
You're not limited to just music. So.
And actually, we were talking, Sumo Psycho sent me one recently, and it has making of their music videos and whatever music videos they've released for this album so far, and the booklet and the songs and everything in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. I don't know why more. Well, maybe it's more expensive than a CD, so maybe that's why more bands aren't doing it. I'm not really sure.
You think for how popular USB sticks have become over the years, that
because like even so, if I buy your, you know, how much is a USB stick?
I haven't sourced them, but it can't be very much. Right?
Yeah, exactly, right? So even if I get it and I get tired of, say, Death Perception's album, I still have a USB stick that I can still use. Yeah, and I was Sledgehammer, a local band. Yeah. They did a bracelet one.
Okay.
So it's kind of a piece of wearable merch and an album and a USB key then.
Okay, so you just take the bracelet off and
actually, let's see. Cool. I think I got it right here.
I dig that.
Yeah, it's a really unique idea. Check this out right here. It's like, you know, we've all seen these. In fact, when I first got it, I was like, yo, this is one of those garbage rubber bracelets the bands always send me. Yeah. And then I realized on the back, no, it is actually a USB key. So not only can like I wear it and sport the Sledgehammer logo on my merch, I can listen to the album wherever I am.
And wherever you end up. If somebody's like, what's that bracelet? Oh,
in my car.
Pull up your laptop. Here, I'll show you.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like digging around. It's like, it's right
actually more convenient, possibly the most convenient format yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I know. Such a great idea, too.
Yeah.
So do you see Death Perception kind of going that way with any releases possibly?
So I mean, you know, definitely we wanted to get the CDs going, just as the traditional. I mean,
right. That's still my favorite way to listen. Well, I got a huge CD collection over here. That's my favorite way. You can take them in the car. Yeah, I can take them to the radio station and play them.
It's also like a personal accomplishment, just having that. I mean, we've released 2, you know, kind of garage albums.
Yeah.
But this will be our first, you know, professional album.
You feel like this is a proper release.
And part of me just wants to hold a fucking disc in my hand and be like, we did this.
Yeah. And you know what? It's got my name in the thank you credits, so I want that too.
Yeah. Now, another special thing. That we didn't want to share any of the visuals.
Oh, yeah.
Because we wanted it to be special for anyone that actually does purchase the album.
Oh, okay.
But a local artist from Hamilton named Anthony Haley has actually done a really nice piece of art for us that we actually have inside of our booklet. It's like the main center point.
Is that the picture of you guys on it?
You've not seen it.
Oh, no? Really?
We haven't shown it.
Oh, now I really want this.
I can maybe show it to you so you kind of have an idea. But the idea is we want people to
we'll have to turn off the camera and do that later.
That's right.
Yeah. It's not for them yet.
People are going to open up this booklet and be like, holy shit, that's really fucking cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And I feel bad because he drew this for us time ago and he's not really got any
credit for it. Yeah.
Had to kind of keep it low key for a while.
So is that like I was saying about the album cover, is that something you commissioned this artist to do just for you? It's nobody has ever had a chance to see it. Oh, that's cool.
No, it's nice to get all this album stuff done, but once we get the beyond the CD, we're definitely going to start looking at other ways of getting our product out to people.
Because that's how a lot of bands are making the money now, is their merch and what they can hustle into their fans' hands.
And just you have to grow. You can't stay in the old school ways. And expect
just
to grow
T-shirts, just CDs.
It's great to have those things. You need to have those things.
Yeah, the fundamentals, I would call them.
Why can't we have albums and bracelets with a USB stick?
Yeah, exactly.
You can do both.
And that's something that I found bands have kind of lacked in the diversity.
Yeah. If
you have it all. So like I said, my favorite version or way to consume music is the CD.
Yeah.
Maybe yours is the USB. Yeah. I know I have a huge vinyl collection, and I have friends who only collect music on vinyl.
Yeah.
You know, so if you have all those, then that's 3 album sales you're gonna make there.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Broadening the horizon. So.
Yeah. I'm curious to see actually, and maybe you guys can let me know after your event. What are show protocols going to be like when this live music really returns?
So one of the things that I've seen already is, and I don't exactly know the layout of this, they were saying something about the concert bowl.
Oh, really?
So I'm assuming that's where the people are gathering in front of the stage.
Yeah. So like the mosh pit area.
Yeah, so the mosh pit area. I believe you have to be double vaccinated to attend that.
Yeah.
So you can still come to the show.
Yeah.
Even as band members, we can still go. I don't know. I think you have to have at least maybe 1 shot to be able to play. But it's just really about mingling. So if you're double vaxxed, you have the ability to go kind of wherever. Once you only have the one, you're kind of limited to certain areas. Maybe you can't go in the bowl, but you can go to the food trucks.
That. I like that kind of concept.
I think they're trying to accommodate as many people as they can, understanding that not everyone's going to want to do it.
Yeah.
And not everyone's gotten both and whatever it be. So,
exactly.
And
sometimes it's not their fault that they haven't gotten both. Their area is short or their appointment just hasn't come up yet or whatever.
Or they closed. Yeah, there's all kinds of reasons why it could be. So it'll be...
Not their fault.
Yeah, I think what you're saying about... This will be an interesting conversation to have post-show.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we already kind of think we're getting involved with.
Yeah.
But, in 2 weeks and a bit,
we'll see.
We'll have a little bit better idea.
Yeah. A lot of people suffered a variety of hardships during this COVID. How has the last year and a half been for you guys?
Well, I think we've actually saved quite a bit of money.
Oh, yeah? From not playing shows?
If we're being real.
Yeah, right.
We've all probably saved a little bit more money than we thought. Hardships, though, I mean, just more so like alone time.
Yeah.
Just not being able to get with the band as much. And I still think compared to some other bands, we actually did get together.
Oh, yeah.
We stayed in our own little bubble.
Could, yeah.
So I'm sure to some bands, we've jammed a lot more than even some other bands. Yeah. But even for us, again, for how busy we were, we really felt that, like, holy fuck, we're not doing anything. We're just at home every night.
I see,
we're not getting together this weekend. We're not getting together for another 4 weekends. Like,
yeah.
What are you talking about?
I was similar at a certain point. At first, it was like they announced these lockdowns, and I was like, oh, a little vacation for my show. I got an excuse to sit at home and do nothing. And then they were like, oh, we're going to extend it a little more. And I was like, oh, whatever, a little bit more vacation. And then they're like, we're going to extend it more. And I was like, okay, guys, let's get in now. Yeah, I like to go back now. Aside from the lockdowns and stuff we're all dealing with, have any of your band members' lives been touched by COVID?
I don't think anyone actually directly had COVID. Now, it's kind of funny because we came back from Cuba October 2019.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's right at the heart of this virus going around.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get into the ins and outs about where did it come from, when was it actually circulating.
Yeah.
There's a lot of discussion about that. But there is the chance that some of our members, like Adam, our bass player, Nathan's wife, believes that she may have... They both had some virus that really kicked their ass.
Oh, really?
And, like, Nathan's wife had been to Cuba a whole bunch of times, so it's not a Cuba thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And even Adam, it was a little bit after. So it's kind of... It doesn't seem to be directly tied to being from Cuba.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And a lot of the symptoms...
So you suspect that maybe they had some exposure to it at the beginning before... But that's October. We didn't even, especially myself, I wasn't taking it seriously until a few weeks into the lockdowns, really.
Now, I've heard something about, the official story being that it didn't come out till November or something like that.
No, who knows, though.
But then they go and do blood tests on, like, just donated blood from, time ago and finding the virus back in, like, July and August.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm not trying to start any shit. I don't know what to make of it all.
Yeah.
But just
you only know what you know.
Well, just
you came back from Cuba, and some of your guys, people in your camp, they had something.
So once COVID was officially a big thing, I think we all seem to dodge that bullet pretty well.
Yeah, that's it.
Nobody I know directly has had it bad.
Yeah.
A couple scares through some people that we all know, but none of us actually getting it directly.
Yeah, that's good. So. Yeah. Looking back on it now, how do you think COVID influenced the content of this album?
Not at all.
No?
No.
Was it already...
We went into January having already finished
written?
demoing.
Yeah.
I mean, I still had a couple songs I was finishing the lyrics for.
But the concept was already there. It's too late for.
By the time we started recording, COVID was just beginning to be a thing.
Okay,
so all the lyrical content was already written prior to COVID. And to be honest with you, there may be aspects of the COVID experience that you could write about, but I wouldn't want to like make a song directly about that. My own thing. I can't hate on anyone else for doing it. I just myself, I don't know if I'd want to touch on that. I could talk about being alone, talk about mental health breaking down.
There's the things that you know how to write about, and even talking about where it came from made you a little nervous there.
Well, it's
so writing a whole song like you're going to make it part of your art. You got to know what's going on, right? Yeah. You got a message you want to spread. You got to know that message.
And I don't want to talk up my ass too much either, right?
Yeah,
it's one thing to make an opinionated song, and then everyone be like, well, that's a fucking dumb song.
Yeah, right? So what's the next step for Death Perception in a post-COVID apocalypse?
Keep on crushing.
Yeah, all right.
I guess get back to crushing.
I guess.
It was our goal to steal every show we were part of.
Yeah.
We're on second. Okay, well, we're going to try to get
you guys are a really hardworking band, too. Yeah. I've put on 3 events, and I haven't been able to get you on any of them, but all of them, you guys are one of the guys who are like, hey, if somebody drops out, we'll take that spot. Yeah. So, new album's called Ashes.
Ashes, yeah.
I love it. It has a thank you to me in the liner notes, which I also love. You know what? It has all the ingredients. I predict platinum sales on this.
All right, I like your style.
Thanks for inviting me to join you on your YouTube channel.
Thanks for having us.
Everybody should buy the album. Follow them on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
I fucking don't even know.
It's probably some variation of Death Perception.
Look up Death Perception. I don't know if it's Death Perception 666 or I think it might just be Death Perception.
Oh, there we go. Look it up. You can find it. Facebook
333DP.
Is there anywhere else? Spotify?
Yeah.
Death Perception.
Just look up Death Perception on Spotify. We got a YouTube channel. Hit that bell, subscribe.
Which they're hopefully watching right now.
That's it?
Yeah.
So.
And you can follow me on Instagram, Radio Reverend. Look up the Reverend Radio Show on Facebook. Thanks a lot, guys.
Cheers.